The messiest thing I've ever done, I called my husband's lover and told her that I knew all about her and that shit had to stop. And I called her on her job and she was floored. And I told her if she didn't stop, I was going to sue her ass.
So what I think of is sex in Jamaica, but we were in a canoe and we had different canoes with different friends following each other, and we got lost. So we purposely got lost because we saw a cove, and we took our canoe into that cove, and it was the most messiest but sexiest. Sand everywhere in places where you don't want sand at. But it was a really good and memorable time for the both of us. It was messy, sexy, and cute, and full of love.
Y'all gonna air this on TV?
It might show here a little later on.
Oh no, I can't do that. I can't say nothing.
Okay, y'all, the messiest thing I have ever done in my life. When I was in high school, I was in the band. I didn't want to be in the band. I don't know, I just thought I could play an instrument, but I didn't want to play it no more. So I played the saxophone. I didn't want to do it no more, and I wanted these shoes. So my mom went out of town. I brought my saxophone to the pawn shop. Mind you, instruments are expensive. I sold my saxophone to the pawn shop to buy these cheap, ugly shoes. So when my mom came back, I was like, oh my God, my saxophone went missing. And she was convinced that my crackhead cousin stole it. And I was like, she probably did. So I'm sorry to my cousin, but yeah, my mama still think you stole my saxophone and you didn't. I pawned it to get some shoes. That was real messy of me, my bad.
When I was a lot younger, a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, had accidentally cheated on her boyfriend with a football player. In this indiscretion, she went to the doctor and discovered that she had brought something with her from the football player. So we're trying to figure out what she should do to make sure that she did not give him this unfortunate gift that this football player had given her. So we knew that he liked Jell-O shots, and I came up with the idea that if we put the medicine in the Jell-O shot, we open the pill up and put it in the Jell-O shot and get it to him and get him to take it. He would take the medicine, and then he would no longer be sick, and she wouldn't have to admit her indiscretion.
I would have to say the messiest thing I've ever done was I talked about one of my exes in a situation that we were in on our show. It was so bad that we ended up having to delete the episode because I was too ashamed. I was like, I can't believe I talked about this, and it's not even in my character to do that, but you know how sometimes you just be so mad about some shit that you just want to air everything out. So that's what I did, and I feel like it was pretty messy, for me at least.
The messiest thing I ever done was told somebody boyfriend that they was cheating on them. That was messy, but it was also being a good friend, so I don't really classify it as messy, but it was definitely messy, 100% messy.
It's had to be over maybe 2 decades ago. I was young, dumb. You know, having a roster, you need a movie date, you need a shopping guy, you know, you need a dinner guy, and booking them maybe the same day. That's why I'm single now, right?
Child, the messiest thing I've ever done was lie. I lied to this man and told him that I was pregnant by him and that I got rid of the baby. But I really didn't get rid of the baby. I was never pregnant. I just needed to teach him a lesson because I was not gonna date him. But he played me. He had so many girls, and so he wanted me so bad I had to tell him no. I was pregnant and I got rid of the baby, but that was a whole lie, child.
I was working at a clothing store, and a co-worker, she and I, we left the store, went to her house, got intimate, and I didn't know she had a boyfriend. He came home, knocked on the door, came in, but I finessed him, and he took me back to my dorm. I was in college. He thought that we were just friends. And so I told her after that, don't call me no more, he loves you.
Probably cheated while I had an engagement ring on.